Okay, good morning, student. This is the circuit diagram, the wall circuit diagram for masonry of mechatronics design project, our unit. And in order to give you easy understanding that we have to divide into three parts, also for troubleshooting issue. So divide into three parts, which is this part number one, consists of the NE timer NE 555 with the PNP transistor to N3906, and this will be, and then the second will be this second part here is the Arduino Nano connect with the AC 0800, also op-amp LM741, and then the third part will be the op-amp LM339 watt comparator and the push-pull amplifier PNP and NPN transistor. Okay. I also already draw and then upload to our Blackboard system. And also already have this circuit for your benchmark. This is part number one, yeah, NE timer also with the transistor. And this is part number two. You can see from here, there's Arduino Nano here, also the AC 0800 here, and also the op-amp LM741. Okay, and then the third part is the LM39 watt comparator here, and also the push-pull amplifier. Okay, so for troubleshooting, you need to walk one by one. So we'll start with the part number one. Part number one, the expected result is sawtooth. Yeah, this is the sawtooth. You can measure by connecting pin number 6 of the NE555 to the oscilloscope. You will see if you're working properly the circuit diagram or circuit connection in your breadboard. You will find the sawtooth signal looks like this. Your task is to get the T, the period, yeah, between peak to peak signal, yeah, from here to here. The T is supposed to be 0.05 millisecond. Why? Because it's noted in the it's note that you need to have at least 20k hertz. If you convert into the T, this will be 0.05 millisecond. How do you find out this one? You need to determine the value of R1, RB, RA, RB, and C1 and C2 using this equation. So let me see. Once you get this, that means your part 1 is completed. Then you can move on to the part number 2, Arduino Nano, the electrician board, and also the op-amp. In here, if we provide like 18 volt for the VREF, and the expected result is, because this will be two-thirds of the VREF, so you will get between 0 to 12 volt here. Okay, now for example, you give the binary input of Arduino is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. This will give you 0 volt here. Okay, and then if you put all 1, yeah, all 1, you will get maximum is 12. Okay, and then if you see datasheet of the DSC 0800, if you want to get the positive mid-range, you will put the binary 1, and the rest will be 0. You will get like a positive 0.0 something. If you would like to get negative value, you can put 0 here and then put 1 here. You will get negative 0.00 value, almost mid-range. Okay, so you can see this result from this point. Convert this into the multimeter or also oscilloscope. Okay, now once your part 2 is done, we can move on to the part number 3. You need to combine part 1 and part 2 in the quad converter to connect with the pin number 6 and pin number 7. And the expected result from here is the PWM, right? This is the one that our project name, pulse width modulation. You can see this result by connecting pin number 1 into the oscilloscope. Okay, so okay, for example, again, I give you 1 or 0. I give you a sample. Or if 0, 0, we have I explain to you that will be 0 volt, and then 0 volt will be at the bottom here. Okay, and if you combine this flat 0 volt with the sawtooth, you will get here, yeah, the maximum PWM very, if you adjust a little bit, maybe it looks like this. Yeah, maybe a bit higher, a bit. And if you put the 1 1 1 1 all here, for example, is maximum, you will have a positive maximum. It will be 12, and 12 will be up here, and you will get very in the sawtooth here, peak of the sawtooth, because it's combined between the value of the sawtooth. You will get something like very tiny, yeah, maybe something like this. Okay, now to get the better visualization, you can either choose one, then the rest is 0, or vice versa. To get the positive mid-range, you will get maybe like positive 0.00 something. It will be here in the middle, and you can see the intersection of the voltage coming from part 2, and then the sawtooth will produce the PWM signal here. So this will be like this. And this PWM signal will control the motor later on in our project, in our DC motor. Okay, so this is okay. Now in your task again, in your report logbook, you need to vary between 0 to 12. Maybe you can have one increment until 12. But your task is you need to figure out what is the combination of binary number, because I only give you, and also you can see from data sheet, you're only able to check from 0, minimum, maximum, and also mid-range. In the middle, you need to find out, because for example, this you can put like something like this. You need to measure. Yeah, maybe this one is a little bit high here. Positive, I just mentioned 2 volt, maybe up here. Then you can see the intersection is here and this one, and it will have more maybe up here, yeah. So you can see. Okay, so this means the PWM duty cycle is different from 0 to 12. Okay, you can see here by combining channel 1 of oscilloscope, because we have 2 channel oscilloscope. Channel 1 from here, yeah, of oscilloscope, and also channel 2 coming from here. Then you can see this one, the black one, grabs line, also the red one. The PWM. But if you would like to see the sawtooth, you can move to channel 1 here, and channel 2 you will see the sawtooth plus the PWM signal. Okay, now the next part is the push pull. Yeah. Okay, suppose you have already input here from the PWM, and this will be range from 0 to 1 actually, and the middle 0.5 also. This means it will be from PWM from 0 to 1. It will be converted into, because we give for example like minus 12 to 12 volt. This means you can have minus 12 to 12 volt in the push pull. Okay, so suppose we have a 0.5 here volt positive, yeah. That's okay. Before 0 volt, if you put 0, if you have coming 0 volt here, that will mean they will be go to the PNP transistor, and they will be giving the motor moving anti-clockwise with the maximum RPM. Okay. And then if you give the input is like a 1 from PWM duty cycle, it will go to the maximum, and they give you clockwise direction with the maximum RPM. This is anti-clockwise. Okay, now we have the mid-range, for example 0.5 volt. 0.5 PWM duty cycle, and then you will get, for example, like 0 point something, yeah, plus. This means it's almost slow, very slow, but in the clockwise direction. Minus 0.5, for example. Maybe this one is 0.5 something, and then this will be 4 something, yeah, because you can see like this. So it will be minus 0.1. Okay, and then it will be anti-clockwise with a low rotation speed. If you would like to see other different, you need to find out maybe the 1/4 here, 1/4, and then 3/4. We give here, maybe for example like 0.2. Also this will be 0.8. Yeah. Then you will see different. Maybe for example like a 10/4. Then we have the rotation speed but lower than the maximum. Also this one is something like minus 10. Also have a clockwise with the lower. So this is you can measure this voltage by connecting this into the multimeter, yeah, multimeter. think that's all I can explain. Thank you.